What's good, everybody? This is Emerald Knight Leon, and honestly, we got word from Bandai that they were going to update a new restricted list that's going to be going into effect on September 1st, and they just dropped this, and I just wanted to do a quick covering. So we already know Jet Sylphie and Tommy have been basically restricted to one each. Their reasoning for Jet Sylphie, they have judged that it is narrowing the range of yellow decks, which, yeah, kind of, a little bit, in my opinion. I mean, the last few sets, if you're seeing a yellow deck, oftentimes you're seeing at least 4 copies of Jet Sylphie in there. Or if not, actually just 4 copies of Jet Sylphie. And then, same thing with Tommy. Tommy was basically going real hard, especially with its inherited of stunning and a opposed Digimon that had no sources. Their reasoning, it's a low cost card, being only a 3 cost, and can greatly destroy evolution sources due to its on-play effect of removing 3 sources from the bottom of a opponent's Digimon. And combine that with its inherited effect of essentially Digimon with no sources not being able to attack or block. It effectively locks out your opponent's Digimon, which is why it was one of the best decks in the BT 6 and 7 and 8 metas. Still going strong throughout all of those metas. And just overall, like, or not BT 6, BT 7, 8, and 7 and 8, it was going strong throughout all 2 of those sets, including the EX collections that had come out at that time. It was going really hard, and Bandai's like, yeah, no, because of this, we're deciding that it would be more stressful in the progress of the game than it would be fun, so we're limiting it to 1. Now, while I would say, yeah, it is more stressful, I feel like from their perspective, they're looking at it as from the perspective of the Japanese, where in Japan, the matches are usually best of 1. So I feel like their thought process is, well, we can already have certain matches be very long, but with this card, it can effectively make it either really longer or a lot shorter, depending on what decks are being played against each other. But definitely I would agree, though, it is a lot more stressful here in the US and Europe, where we play best of 3. And it just also, it really kills the motivation, because your opponent's going to be running 4 Tommies at the time. Odds are they're going to have it in their starting hand, and if they don't have it, they're going to get it through drawing from evolution. And once they get those Tommies out, it just goes downhill from there. If you don't have an effective way to cripple their Tommies, or just consistently kill off their Digimon that have Digivolved on Tommy, you're in for a bad time. So I get why they limited it. But the new card that they have put out is Doru Greymon, which I find interesting, but kind of expected, actually. So Doru Greymon, it has when Digivolving, you may place a Digimon with X antibody in its traits under this Digimon's Digivolution sources. It cannot be deleted or deleted by battle, or have its DP reduced. It cannot be deleted by card effects or have its DP reduced until the end of your opponent's next turn. That was already a great card. It's inherited, gives Digimon with X antibody a security attack +1. So how it would work is Alphamon decks nowadays, you're running 4 copies of Doru Grey, 3 copies of Dex Doru Grey, and it's essentially going to just make it, you're going to swing with Alphamon, or you're likely going to have 2-3 copies maybe, so you're swinging in 3 to 4 checks maybe, possibly unsuspending with Oriyumon under there, just wipe out your opponent's security. I can kind of see that being the reason, which is what they're saying, because it is a Digimon with X antibody feature. It can easily be used as a Digimon evolution source by the effects of other cards. Attack +1 was able to be stacked. In addition, it has a strong defensive effect that does not disappear until the end of the next turn due to its evolution effect. And it is immune to negative DP effects, and it will be limited. Now, they don't say on here what it's going to be limited to. So it could be... It's definitely not going to be 4 anymore. If anybody knows what it's going to be limited to, that'd be great. But, yeah, it's going to be limited to just 1 copy, is what they're saying here. Don't know why they didn't post it right over in this blurb, but it's going to be limited to 1 copy. And this is going to drastically diminish a lot of effect of Alphamon's usage. Because, yeah, you can unsuspend with the Oryumon, but you're not going to be able to hit as hard. At most, you're gonna, if you are able to get that Dora Gray in there, you're only gonna be able to get maybe 2 checks off, and then unsuspend for another 2 checks. But that's if you have the Oryu. This is also gonna make it a lot harder because you're running Dex Dora Gray in the Dex engine of Alphamon. So just not being able to run the Dex Dora Gray, it's going to basically shoot the Dex Dora Gray down to a 1 essentially as well, because why are you running more of that? I mean, you could run more because it does have the when Digivolving effect. You can trash a Digimon with Dex or X antibody in its traits to gain a memory. So that is still a thing. But having that free Evo off of Dora Gray essentially be minimized to 1 opportunity is going to hit Alphamon. And the fact that this is coming out and it's going to be implemented on September 1st. Now, whether the Dora Gray is going to be implemented in NA and Europe as well, doesn't look like they've mentioned it yet. But I would not be surprised if they do implement it on September 1st as well. And this will make the upcoming regional in San Diego a lot more interesting because we might see a drastic decrease in Alphamon decks. People might be running more D-Reapers. They might be running Alphamon but with some different cards. We might be able to see Grademon have more of a presence, since that did come out and it is specifically made for Alphamon and searching for Alphamon. So, honestly, I kind of expected Dora Gray to take a hit, or at least one of the Alpha cards to take a hit. And honestly, I'm not surprised. Kind of weird, though, they hit it when we get the tournament packs that have the Altar Dora Greymon. So, that's poor timing in my opinion, but otherwise, oh well. Definitely going to be interesting to see what's going to be played at Core TCG's regional next month, though. I'm definitely going to be interested. But again, I just wanted to make this quick little video going over the new restricted list. I will see you in the next video. Peace.